Okay, on Arcadi's request, we're gonna do a little a pad thai recipe here. First of all, we need a wok. We'll put some oil in there, and over here I've cut up some what are these called? Green onions or no? Shallots or scallions. Scallions. Got some chicken here. We're gonna cut up. Some radish, garlic. Soybean oil is what I'm using for my oil, so you can get it nice and hot. And then we're gonna get some rice noodles, and we're just gonna put these in some water, just a good handful of them, and get them soaking so they're a little softer. You don't want them fully soft when you cook, because the cooking will give you some soft. Okay, we're back in the kitchen here. We've got some garlic chopped up here, and did a little radish. Just kind of grated it up with a grater. We got our tofu, yeah, we got our garlic. We're just going to fire that garlic into the bowl here, the master bowl. This is kind of the stuff that goes in right after the chicken's done. Now here we got some peanuts. These go on the very last. And I don't have a peanut grinder, so I'm going to use a glass, a nice flat bottom glass, and just go ahead and crush and put a lot of weight on there, and you can have fresh hand crushed peanuts because I don't have a peanut grinder. This also works for coffee, but you got to do it a lot longer. Okay, here we're back. Wikan's kitchen. We've got our station ready to go. We've got our chicken going in first, and then that one. Got our peanuts, our whatever those called, bean sprouts. We got some sugar over there. We got fish sauce, soy sauce, white vinegar, and our very hot stuff. And so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start out. Now this is just me here. This is my own way of doing things. I'm gonna start with a nice hot pan. Boom, some chicken, and we're gonna get that baby cooking up nice. Got to keep that pan nice and hot. I better get a spatula, eh? Well, I'm just going to grab I don't have one of those Thai rigs, so. But the trick is have a nice hot pan. Not smoking hot, but. And once this is cooked, before you add the noodles and stuff, make sure she's hot. Now, it's a little easier at a restaurant because they have really high-powered grills, so they can get that baby hot when they add the noodles. For me, I'm just going to wait a second before adding the rest of the stuff so the pan gets nice and hot. And you'll probably want to add a little more oil to this. I'm using a soybean oil. Alright, and so we got garlic, chicken, and then we're going to add a little soy sauce to that just right at the end, just to give her some flavor. Okay, now chicken's about done, so we're going to put a little soy sauce on there. That'll get her nice flavorful, and we can do some kind of this, nice thing about a wok is you can kind of do that kind of stuff. Okay, now we're going to add our vegetables. Is it nice and hot? Actually, we're going to add a little oil first. A little soybean oil so she doesn't stick to you. There we go. You can use whatever kind of oil you wish. And here we go. Not too fast so it stays hot. In this case, if you have an industrial stove, fine, go fast. Keeping her hot, keep her hot. You might even turn on this burner next to it so it kind of heats up some more on the side. Okay, we got that one. Scallions. Tofu. Getting nice and hot here. Mix them up. Oh, almost forgot. Pertinent ingredient. We got the egg. Here we go, and we're doing our egg now. Fire an egg in there. Put it in the trash, and we just scrape that up like that. Let it scramble a bit. scramble it up and let it do its thing for a second. Doesn't take long. And once that baby's ready, then we're going to add rice noodles. I'm just going to let it get nice and hot here. Because those rice noodles, they're going to cool off your pan a bit. And the rice noodles have been sitting over on the side, just kind of soaking in some water. Alright, are we ready? Throw that on there just to get that heat going. And I just burnt my arm. It smells good. I don't recommend covering it usually, but okay, here's our noodles ready to roll. Don't worry about a little water in there, that's cool. A little water, it's good for the dish. You know, then you can cook those noodles a little more with that water. Now you can stir it all up in there. Moving everything really quickly. Now here's the part where I wish it was hotter. So I'd like to see that baby just cranking. Anyways, we're going to have to have a little more patience with this, you know, lower heat situation here in New York. Put some off to the side so she gets hot. Okay, so usually in most cases in a Thai situation, this would be just piping hot. But we just don't have the fire power for that. But we're just going to let it heat up a little bit. So you hear it sizzling. Now we're going to add some vinegar. Add the vinegar. It's going to do about, I don't know, a tablespoon or so of that. Maybe a tablespoon and a half, I don't know. And we get some fish sauce going. Oh, how much? I really don't actually know. I'm just a guesser kind of guy. I would say probably about the same as the vinegar. Nice healthy. There we go. And we're going to add some chili pepper. This is going to get things really nice and hot. Did we miss anything? Yeah, not yet. Okay, we're home. We got the double burner going. Keeping it stirred. Keeping it real. Wish I had one of those Thai stirring mechanisms. Hey, you can do all this stuff if you want. A little adventurous. Okay. Now the next thing we got to add here, now she's getting good and hot, we got some sugar. I've already pre-measured it, a couple tablespoons. I got brown and white in here. We're trying to experiment today. And you don't have to be too fast on this. Just sprinkle a little at a time. So, kind of, what do you call that? Cauterizes? No. Caramelizes? Alright. Really moving now. Should be almost done. And a little more of that sugar. There we go. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to fire a little more fish sauce in there. Moisten it up a bit. Yeah. Maybe another capful of vinegar. Keep things moist. And here we go. Let's give this another shot. Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah. It seems to work. Okay, let's just give it a little taste. Yep, it's tasting just like pad thai now. I don't know why. Okay. I think we're ready to roll. And peanuts. Boom. Sprinkle them on the top. And we got our, whatever those things. I didn't use enough sprouts, but here they are. Mix her up. She's ready to go. And 2 plates of, whoop, I don't know. It's hard to do on a MacBook. Okay. That's it. We're all done. John Wikan over and out with pad thai. That was the classic recipe. No tamarind, the old style. But if you want tamarind sauce, fire a little of that in there, and it'll be great. Don't be afraid to experiment.